It is a beautiful sunny Sunday and I am going on an architectural boat tour. It is cold, windy, I got my scarf with me, you're gonna see, but it's sunny and I think I really took a great day to go on this tour. So welcome to my last video of my Chicago trip. I think by now you know how much I really enjoyed this city. The first skyscrapers were invented in Chicago. Route 66 began here. The earliest missionaries were French. It's the third most populated city of the United States. So I'll give you my thoughts, what I liked, what I disliked about this whole trip, about this city at the end of the video. But for now, watch that boat tour and the rest of my day.
Jamie, anytime during the trip.
Our guide was named Victor. He's born and raised in Chicago and he's an architecture passionate, and you can definitely see, hear it if you have the chance to have him on your boat tour. He is amazing. He's so passionate. The amount of information we got was phenomenal, and I had no idea that many movies were filmed in those buildings. You're gonna see at the end of the video that I watched one of the most famous one, probably. So I was on the 10 a.m. Boat tour, and I chose it from my city pass that was included, one of the attractions I could take from my city pass. It is definitely my favorite activity that I did in Chicago. It was so beautiful, gorgeous sights. So you go down the river and then you go back, so you get to see the buildings in the city in two different ways. It was really cool, but it was kind of packed for the Sunday morning in April. So I cannot even imagine how crowded it could be during summer. It was definitely my favorite activity, and I highly recommend you to go on a boat tour along this river and just to get to learn so much about Chicago, the architecture, so much history, so much just cultural facts too, that it was great, it was amazing. I really loved it. And the golden eagle is the one that we have almost everywhere in France. It's actually bigger. I didn't know. The Film Museum is a huge place. I highly recommend you to kind of check out beforehand which parts of the museum you want to see first. You definitely need more than a day if you want to go through the whole thing. So if you only have a morning or an afternoon, yeah, be sure to check the map and go first to what you're most interested in seeing. You might have a bit of a wait to see Sue, the T-Rex, depending on the day and the time of the day you're going to see her. But on a Sunday, it was crowded and I didn't wait that long, maybe like 5 minutes, not even. So it is definitely worth it to go check her out. We'll see all that in a minute. So, it's sunny but cold, and that's it for the film museum, people. I was not even able to go through the whole, like every exhibit. It is so giant, it's big. There are 3 levels. I gotta say, they had the biggest birds collection I've ever seen. It was really, really nice to see. But yeah, it's big, so make sure you got plenty of time, like you arrive early on and all that. It's really well made. I highly recommend it. It was really nice. I got lucky. It was busy, it says on Google, but when I arrived, I saw a lot of people. But then it's so big that everybody's just scattered around, and yeah, for a Sunday afternoon, I got lucky. I could, take my time and read the panels and all that. Panels. I think I'm just gonna walk along the lake, Michigan, and then go back to my hostel and probably work or read. We'll see. It's hard to think that it's already the end of my Chicago trip. I only stayed like 5 days, 6 days maybe. Actually 5 entire days. I did a lot in the end, you know. Thanks to the city pass, I ended up doing 5 big attractions. I tasted the 3 main dishes that I thought I should, like the deep dish pizza, the hot, like Chicago style hot dog, and then the Italian beef sandwich. So I'm happy. I'm just a bit sad that I couldn't go to the donut vault, which is too far away to walk to. I mean, it's 30 minutes, but with everything I do during the day, I would just get back to the hostel pretty late, and I do not really want to do that. I didn't think I would love Chicago this much. I knew I would like it a lot. I knew I would have you know, a lot of fun because it's a big city and there's just so many opportunities in big cities and such, and big buildings, that, you know, it's something that really fascinates me and I love it. I think I knew it, but I forgot that Chicago is the birth of, you know, it's where skyscrapers were invented, so that's really cool. And I'm looking at the line here, skyscrapers, and it's just beautiful. Yeah, I really didn't think I would love it that much. I mean, I would see myself moving here for a couple of, you know, I don't know, weeks and all that, which is extremely rare for me. You know, I'm a countryside girl and I love my peacefulness and all that, and nature and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's a fascinating city, and I honestly cannot wait to be back. I'm not gone yet, but just very eager to be back to explore more, especially like out of the downtown area. I was, you know, staying at a very well located hostel. Everything that I did was by foot, which was very which is very convenient. But yeah, next time definitely getting out of the, you know, in the suburbs and all that, because I know Chicago is just not just the downtown, but it's a lot more. So that will be for the next trip, I guess. That's it. Let's go see the Lake Michigan once again, walked around and enjoy our time before going back. It is. You see the train. I like where the hostel is located. It does that all the time. I thankfully sleep with earplugs. I don't know how the other girls do or did, but that can be very noisy. Anyway, still last night. Tomorrow I'm leaving, and yeah, it's a bit sad. I'm kind of eager to go back home and see my parents, and at the same time, I obviously don't want to leave. But here's a video for you to see how it looks like at night. easy, a lot of tears. I wonder when that's gonna stop. It was not easy, but I had a great time, a great trip overall. The last 5 days and a half, so in Chicago, were really great. The hostel I stayed at was really nice too. So I want to share a couple of my thoughts about Chicago in general. First of all, I walked a lot. This is all I did, honestly. I only took like an Uber to go like from the airport to my hostel and back. I did not end up trying the tramway, the T, the L, what's the name? Because I really wanted to walk and do as much as possible by foot. When you walk, you really get to see at your own rhythm things. You can stop whenever you want to check out any sign, any building, and all that. And I think it's, to me, it's a really good way to visit a city, especially to just walk. So it's a lot of walking, a lot of steps, but usually you eat a lot too. You try food, so it's a good balance. This is how I don't gain weight, honestly. I just walk so much. What I noticed that really surprised me was a couple of things. The first thing is you would never guess there's some shops or restaurants where they are just by looking at the wall or the doors or whatever. It's like it's hidden. It's like you wouldn't know, and I think it has this mysterious vibe. Well, you get signs and all that, but sometimes you don't have any signs. Like you gotta enter in a building and then walk to find like shops or whatever. And I think it's not easy to find your way around sometime, but I think it gives it a mysterious vibe, and it's just such a big city that there's like a little hidden areas and places everywhere, and I like that a lot. Something that I mentioned in one of my previous video is in the States, a lot of places close at 5, and it's complicated when you want to do a museum for like a long time or such. Chicago is like that. Aquarium, museums, they all almost close at 5, and that's kind of in the middle of not in the middle of the day, but in the middle of the afternoon, and that surprised me, but it is what it is. So something else that really surprised me, a lot of homeless, and it's the 3rd most populated city in the United States, so it's not surprising, the number, I guess, but it really surprised me because it is cold in Chicago, and in the wind, I mean, it's really cold over there. I mean, in April, where, when it's supposed to be spring and all that, it snowed when I left. So I was surprised at that, that in California, it's warm a lot of time, like most of the year, so it's understandable. But in Chicago, I was shocked. I really felt bad to see so many of them in the streets. When I was like, had layers and layers on, and I was still, it was cold. That surprised me, yeah. I would lie if I said I didn't have a bit of apprehension before going to Chicago because of everything that I've been hearing and reading, especially on the comments when I first said I was gonna go to Chicago. And the only thing was I was really wary of my phone at the beginning, the first couple of days, because I was taking it out a lot to take pictures and videos and also to look for directions. It turned out it's safe. It's safe. It's really safe. I really felt safe the whole trip I was there. It was like people were nice. I felt safe. It was beautiful. I had a great time. I'm already expecting comments about that, so I'm just gonna say this: every place, and especially every big city, has its neighborhoods, its streets where you just shouldn't go. Paris is the same, It's the same. I was in Paris not long ago, and I was with a friend, and I just showed this friend all this, touristic places. It was wonderful. And I knew, because I've been to Paris a lot, that, if I were to take a turn, like a right turn here or whatever in the street, that wouldn't be the same anymore, and that would be probably dangerous. Marseille is probably way more dangerous than Chicago, to be honest. But it's like everything. You're in a big city, you just, if you're not from there and you're just here to visit, you stay in the touristic stuff, it's safer anyway, more security usually in those places. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times as I was walking every time in Chicago, everywhere, I kind of wanted to take shortcuts to, go faster to museums and such. And more than once, I can tell you guys, I looked at the street, I paused, and then it's just a feeling, like you can see it looks a bit weird, and then it's a gut feeling. You're like, yeah, my gut is telling me to not go through the street. So I don't, and I just keep walking straight, and that's it. You know, it's like just be aware of your surroundings. And I mean, everything can happen anyway, you know. I mean, I could have, you know, I don't know, someone could have stolen my phone or such. It didn't. I was aware, but you know, it's kind of like I was aware of my surroundings, but I've been traveling so much now. It's an automatic behavior, I guess. So I'd say don't be afraid to go to those big cities, because really, if you stay in the touristic areas, I was a solo woman and I felt safe. So yeah, it says a lot, I think. In the end, guys, the only thing that I disliked about Chicago, and that's really is the only thing I can think about, it's the wind. The wind was just so cold and strong and uncomfortable. I hated it, honestly. I mean, not that much. Sometimes I did, honestly. I was all, you know, bundled up, I think you say, and I still was cold on my face because of how strong the wind was. You know, it was not a breeze, it was a wind. So that's probably why we call it the windy city or wind city. It's probably because of a lake, understandable, and all that. I mean, it's kind of up north too, you know, in the globe, so it's gonna be cold anyway. But yeah, that's only the only thing I can think about that I disliked, because everybody was nice. Every activities that I did was great. I mean, I learned so much. The hostel was good. The Chicago, the city itself was pretty. It's one of the prettiest city I've been to, honestly. That Skyline, oh my god, I loved it. I loved the vibe of it, and I think I said it in the video, I would definitely see myself living there for a couple of months, you know, like to have time to check everything, every museum and all that. It feels like it's a very walkable city too. So next time I definitely want to come back to see more, to see Mike and Michelle too, obviously, but also to see things outside of the city and go further and such. So yeah, that will be in the plans. I had like a memo on my phone with all the things I wanted to do, and honestly, you know, thanks to the city pass, I ended up doing a lot, like at least 5 big attractions. And so I got a couple of stuff that I didn't end up going to. I'm saying the Donut Vault, which was pretty far away. The all chocolate chicken too far. Ice skating, it was no ice over there. And just a couple of museums that I didn't have time to go to, and it leaves stuff for me to check out next time. So there's a whole playlist of the 3 or 4 Chicago videos I made. You can also find them on my website, and I hope you liked it. I hope you saw a different perspective of Chicago, and it really is a nice city. I love it. Definitely one of my favorite cities in the States that I visited so far. And like I said, I was by myself and all that, and everything went well. Maybe I got lucky, but you know, it's just gotta take some perspective too sometimes.
Take me to the ruins, aquifers and springs, baby ferns uncurling every living thing.
thank you so much for watching. I will see you in a couple of days for the next video, and I'll be coming back in the United States very soon, so we're gonna start a new adventure together very soon. I just want to thank you again, Mike and Michelle, for welcoming me this Friday and showing me everywhere. That was really nice. And also to everyone who recommended places and things to do and food to try. When I first said that I was going to Chicago, I definitely took everything into account and made a huge list. Too big for just 5 days, but I just want to say thank you for that, because it's always better to have like locals telling you where to go, what to do. So thank you for that. Last view to my one of my favorite t-shirt that I own now, this Chicago one. You can find it in the Uniqlo stores only in Chicago. Just if you're interested. All right, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.